Already improvement. Already an improvement.
Yeah, feel lighter on one side.
Yeah, we'll do both sides. It's a new thing I've been trying, new thing I've been doing, both sides. People seem to prefer it, they're coming back for more.
Yeah, quite traditional.
Hey, it's Mahesh here at the Gentleman Rogues Club for Beardbrand, and today I'm going to be cutting Mark's hair, who is a raffle ticket winner, and we're going to be doing his hair scissor style. So Mark, before we start your hair, you won a raffle because you bought a load of raffle tickets.
I bought a load of raffle tickets for Stop the War.
Stop the War charity, yeah. And I gave a haircut away.
Yeah. And luckily I need a haircut.
And luckily you need a haircut, so that's why you're here. And a mutual friend of ours was running it, wasn't she? Yeah. So you work with her?
Yeah, she's a colleague. I teach with her, yeah.
Yeah. And I.
So it was fixed.
Yeah. Well, no, yeah. So it was fixed. Yeah. So yeah.
She saw I was needy.
She was like,
that guy needs a haircut. I know where to send him.
I know what this guy needs. Yeah, he needs it. Yeah. He spent some money on a raffle ticket, but I was gonna give him a load of wine, but I think no, I'll give him a haircut instead.
Wine's no good.
Wine's no good to you.
Not as good as hair, anyway.
It's not, is it?
If you can cut some and stick it on other parts, that'd be brilliant.
So what do you want me to do today?
Just shorten. So I usually kind of brush it forward and then a flick at the front. Other than that, tidy and short.
So I think
Summer short.
Summer short. Like I said to you, I think it'd be nice to do a classic like scissor cut on your hair. So I think it lends itself to that. A nice sympathetic haircut. We can taper the sides in. We can leave enough length through the front so you've got something to do with it and play with that. So how does that sound? Is that all right?
Perfect.
Cool. Okay, cool. So we're going to damp it down first of all. Okay, so what I'm doing today on Mark's hair is I'm scissor over combing around the baseline just to taper it in. And then I'm picking up in the direction that I'm cutting in, and I'm cutting that way. So this is the way that I want the hair to fall. So this is the direction I'm cutting through. And I'm cutting through the haircut. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to give it angle and shape. So instead of cutting downwards and just pulling it out from the side of the head, I want to create the shape so that when Mark pushes his hair back, that's where it wants to lay. But also when I push it down, it looks tidy too. So I'm just going over and scissor over combing that around the bottom so he gets that nice taper effect. And then when he pushes it back and it dries it back, it will all come in together. So it's about being able to just pick up the shape and create it through the sides. So as you can see, I'm just following the line of the haircut and I'm coming through this way. So I'm slicing through the haircut. You can see how that falls back quite nicely. So I cut the hairline out really, the shape first. We go around the ears, clear all that up out the way, and then go in with my scissor over comb just so I can see what I'm doing. So what do you teach, Mark?
English language at the moment. Yeah, so it's English speakers of other languages. So we've got the full-timers, which are the teens, who vary. Some from, but all kind of here as migrants.
Right, okay.
Some still, about 50% still seeking visas and the like. So,
right.
So it's brilliant. It's great. It's quite tough sometimes, especially for them. And then adults. Some have been here for 20, 30 years and never learnt, and some are here, to improve their English.
So some have been in the UK for 20 years and never learnt to speak English.
There's quite a lot of
people. Is that because they're here with a family?
Yeah.
And is it because they're an older generation,
and
or
they live in the community?
They already live in
all the shops are in their own language.
Yeah,
blah, blah,
yeah.
Blah,
so there's certain areas of Bournemouth.
It's all older generation. Obviously.
Yeah, there's certain areas of Bournemouth, isn't there? That there's big communities of certain people. And
yeah, it's the same anyway, isn't it? And
yeah.
I know a few Portuguese up here, just up the road.
any Portuguese, yeah.
Yeah, that don't speak English,
I've
and
got-
they've been here, 20-something years.
So I would be like a level.
You'd be
One.
E3, I'd say, depending on your writing, but
No, I'd be a 1. I'd like to go in as a level 1 and just say that I'm from another country, just so I could show off.
When I did my
get high grades.
That's a bus, I think you'll find. Okay, so we're moving on to the top then, Mark. So
Good luck.
So I have this same issue. So what we're going to do is, as we move towards the top, so the guys that are thinning on top, what I'm going to say is, the longer the hair is on the top, the wispier it will look. So what I've done is I've come in nice and tight through the sides, and we've built up the shape through here. Now there's lots of layers through this. The reason why is because this looks like it's slightly, it looks like it's longer hair, but actually it's quite short, it's really short. So what I've done is I've created the impression that there's more hair there than there actually is, because I've put more layers into it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this all down, and I'm going to connect this top section with the side. And what you can see here is, so there's a short section here, and there's a short section there. So this is the length on the top of the head, this is the length on the side, and I'm going to take that bit off. And that is the weight between these two sections, and that's what gives you that round effect. So I'm taking that round effect off. Short point, take that off. So there, what we start to do is we start to take off that softness to the haircut, so it looks a little bit squarer, a little bit more masculine. And then Mark will find that the top will naturally just sit in with the sides. He won't find that there's a disconnection there. But also, it gives me the opportunity to then, when I pick the top up, just to go a little bit shorter with it. So you can see as I push that back, you can see that all those layers now blend in together. There's no disconnection at all there. So I'm going to pick this up on the top, and what I'm going to do is, where it's quite transparent, I'm going to just take that off. And it looks like it's quite short, but when it lays down, it doesn't really look any different. So it's not about going, well, I'm cutting it short. It's not how much you take off, it's where you take it away from. So I'm keeping this a little bit shorter on the top, but it blends in with the layers that I've already cut. So it gives the impression of it being slightly thicker hair. This is a little bit too long through the front. You can still have that effect coming up and over, but if it's too long, it's just going to look too disconnected, and it'll look like Tintin. So I don't know if Mark is a fan of Tintin, but
yeah,
you might want to read
Not
it.
a look that would suit me.
No, you might want to read about it, but you might want to look like him. Yeah.
Ginger Tintin.
Ginger Tintin.
Older.
That can be the tag. That can be the footnote for this, can't it? So we'll put a little bit of sea salt in the hair, and then we're going to clean the hair up around the edges. So we'll put a little bit of Tree Ranger in the hair just to dry it with. All right.
Right.
So it's only ever so light. Just need a couple of pumps.
What does it do apart from?
So it sort of thickens the hair up a little bit. So it'll make it, as you dry it in, it gives it a tiny bit of hold, and it will make it feel just a little bit thicker. Woohoo! So what we're going to do is, the way that we dry it, we're going to use the nozzle to dry it. We're really going to run the nozzle across the hair. Okay, we're going to clean up around the edges for you.
Lovely.
So I've cut it short, but not too short.
Yeah, you know what I'm going to do when you finish styling up is push it forward at the top.
Yeah, I can do that. I can do that.
Give it a flip.
Yeah. Just taper in the little edges. I'm leaving that edge quite soft there. I'm not trying to make it too hard. It blends in with the rest of the haircut. So I'll push it forward a little bit for you. And then, do you want to show me how you do it?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of that.
Yeah, that's all right. That means I'm going to just...
It's like, I haven't seen a comb for a long time.
You don't normally comb it or anything like that? No, okay, cool.
Don't use any product.
So I'm just going to take this little edge off here. If you push it forward like that. Take that little section in there. And maybe just take a little bit more off just that little bit there. So it's a little bit more ruffled up, not quite so
Tidy.
not so tidy looking. That feel better?
That's much better, thanks. Yeah. I couldn't look. I couldn't.
You can
lie and be that smart. I'm afraid.
You could lie and tell me you're that smart, or you could just tell me the truth and then make sure you walk away with what you wanted. Yeah, that'd be better. That'd be better. Good.
Very happy.
Cool. Okay, sir. We put lots of texture in there anyway because I took the thinning scissors to it a little bit and just texturized it out, and just blended the sides in, cut it through.
This looks like I've got some hair. No, it doesn't. Thank you.
All right. Yeah. There you go. Okay.
What's up, guys? Did you know that Beardbrand has stuff not only for your beard, but also the hair? In fact, got some shampoo and some conditioner. Amazing stuff that's going to get your hair game at the same level as your beard game. Check it out over at beardbrand.com.